Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast, where we are continuing to discuss the Affidavit of Probable Cause dated and signed December 29th, 2022 by Detective Payne of the Moscow Police Department, which at page 18 asked for and successfully obtained a warrant for Mr. Kohberger's arrest. We are continuing now the very end of page number 5 and then going on to page number 6. At the bottom of page number 5, Detective Payne writes that a review of camera footage indicated that a white sedan, hereafter, quote, suspect vehicle 1, end of quote, was observed traveling westbound in the 700 block of Indian Hills Drive in Moscow at, and then continuing on to the top of page 6, approximately 3:26 a.m. and westbound on Steiner Avenue at Idaho State Highway 95 in Moscow at approximately 3:28 a.m. On this video, it appeared suspect vehicle 1 was not displaying a front license plate. Next paragraph, a review of footage from multiple videos obtained from the King Road neighborhood showed multiple sightings of suspect vehicle 1, starting at 3:29 a.m. and ending at 4:20 a.m. These sightings show suspect vehicle 1 makes an initial 3 passes by the 1122 King Road residence and then leave via Walenta Drive. Based off of my experience as a patrol officer, this is a residential neighborhood with a very limited number of vehicles that travel in the area during the early morning hours. Upon review of the video, there are only a few cars that enter and exit this area during this time frame. Suspect vehicle 1 can be seen entering the area a 4th time at approximately 4:04 a.m. It can be seen driving eastbound on King Road, stopping and turning in front of 500 Queen Road number 52, and then driving back westward on King Road. When suspect vehicle 1 is in front of the King Road residence, it appeared to unsuccessfully attempt to park or to turn around in the road. The vehicle then continued to the intersection of Queen Road and King Road, where it can be seen completing a 3-point turn and then driving eastbound again down Queen Road. Suspect vehicle 1 is next seen departing the area of the King Road residence at approximately 4:20 a.m. at a high rate of speed. Suspect vehicle 1 is next observed traveling southbound on Walenta Drive. Based on my knowledge of the area and review of camera footage in the neighborhood that does not show suspect vehicle 1 during that time frame, I believe that suspect vehicle 1 likely exited the neighborhood at Palouse River Drive and Conestoga Drive. Palouse River Drive is at the southern edge of Moscow and proceeds into Whitman County, Washington. We're going to end this analysis of page 6 here. The next few words of the last sentence on page 6 continues on to page 7. We're going to address that in episode number 7 with the analysis and discussion of page 7. At this time, I would like to interject a few thoughts, comments, and opinions here as we do pursuant to the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. Purely speculation, purely opinion, purely commentary. First, where Detective Payne states towards the top of page number 6, it appeared suspect vehicle 1 was not displaying a front license plate. I believe, and as Detective Payne is going to say later on in the PCA, is a reference to the fact that Mr. Kohberger had not yet changed from a Pennsylvania tag that does not require a front license plate to a Washington tag, which does. Then, in discussing the movements of suspect vehicle 1, as Detective Payne does on this page, he states that these sightings show suspect vehicle 1 makes an initial 3 passes by 1122 King Road residents and then leaves via Walenta. Based off my experience as a patrol officer, this is a residential area with very limited number of vehicles that travel in the area during the early morning hours. Since the time of the publication of the PCA, there has been some video that has been released per public records requests that have shown what is believed to be the footage that Detective Payne is addressing here. And I'll leave it to your decision as to whether what he is giving his opinion on here, that there's very limited travel in the area during the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022, if you concur or do not concur with that opinion. And also where it states here that suspect vehicle 1 unsuccessfully attempted to park or turn around in the road in front of the King Road residence. I'm not sure which video canvas from the neighborhood collected shows this. Much of what is relied upon regarding suspect vehicle 1's travels in the King Road area, and specifically in the area of Queen Road and King Road, came from the 1112 camera, which is the residence directly next door to where 1122 King Road once stood. It has been razed. It no longer stands. But that camera at 1112 King Road points toward King Road and shows a portion of Queen Road where 1122 King actually faced. It has a King Road address, but the front of the residence faces Queen Road. The camera does not seem to capture the front of 1122 King Road to show where this attempted parking episode occurred. So I'm curious as to what camera, not yet apparently released to the public, will show this attempted parking, and also any other activities, such as Madison and Kaylee being dropped off by the private driver, and showing the front of the residence regarding so many other things that we're going to learn about later on within this PCA. I hope that you will join us as we continue to discuss the Affidavit of Probable Cause 3 years later, with the benefit of information that has been released to the public. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.